Hi, my name is Alex. I was born and grew up in Seattle. I have worked at Shoreline for about 4 years. And right now I have a really fun job, which is I get to travel, I get to meet students like you, and I get to share why studying abroad is such an important life-changing decision. Ooh, that's a good question. If I were to describe Shoreline in just one word, I would say welcoming, right? We have students from so many different backgrounds. We have 8,000 full-time and part-time students. And of those 8,000, 700 are from 50 countries around the world, which means they're international students. So we love to welcome so many different countries and so many different cultures to our campus because we believe that when all of these cultures can come together and learn from each other, really the world becomes a better place. So there are 3 things that I'm going to highlight that I feel make Shoreline different from all of the other community colleges. So number 1 is our location. We are 16 kilometers away from downtown Seattle, which means 2 things. 1, it's easy to get to downtown Seattle, right? Experience the city life. We have bus, we have light rail, which is our train system, but we are far enough away from Seattle where it feels more local. It's more quieter, more peaceful. In our campus, there's a lot of nature, a lot of trees, a lot of flowers, birds, people walking their dogs. It gives them the opportunity to relax, to focus on their studies, but also make friends and be involved on the campus outside of class. Number 2 is the resources that we have for international students. There are 4,000 community colleges in America. And for international students, the number of international students, we are number 20 out of 4,000 community colleges. So international education, international students is a foundational part of our mission. The third advantage that I would give to Shoreline is the international academic advisors. We have 5 international academic advisors who only see international students. Some colleges, their advisors see both American students and international students, but we know that international students have different maybe goals, different needs, different challenges. And so we have 5 advisors who only see international students, which means they are there to guide the student, helping them to choose their classes, helping them to decide what to major in if they don't know what to major in, helping them to overcome issues or problems in their class if they have them, connecting them to resources on campus, such as our tutoring center and on-campus job opportunities, as well as guiding the student to hopefully, if this is their goal, transfer to a good university. So our academic advisors are an important part of the success that our international students experience throughout their time at Shoreline. Ooh, yes, there are 2 Japanese students who, I'm happy for them, but also sad that they graduated last month. There is Shohei and Nanami. Both Shohei and Nanami stood out to me because of their dedication, not just in their classroom, but also to the campus community. Importantly, they were part of our International Student Ambassador Program. So one of the important ways that they supported our community is by meeting with new international students, by meeting with current international students, creating events, creating community, and really building friendships among our international student population. And they were just so friendly, and every time you would have a question, they were so ready to help. Both Nanami and Shohei are now actually transferred to UC Berkeley, the University of California, Berkeley. And they are going to start their classes in the fall. So that's why we're really, really excited for them, but we're also sad to see them go because they were such an important part of our community. A lot of our graduates do transfer to really good universities. Every year we have about 80 or 90 students that go to the University of Washington. This year we had 13 graduates go to UC Berkeley, including Nanami and Shohei, who I mentioned before. UC San Diego, UCLA are also good universities that our students go to. But they also go through to many other universities around the country. And a lot of these students, after they graduate from their transfer university, will go on to work in tech companies in the Seattle area. As you know, we are home to Amazon and Microsoft and Starbucks and Boeing and many famous companies. So I guess to answer your question, I'm just thinking of generally a lot of our international students, the amazing things that they do are investing in our campus community. And then once they transfer and once they graduate, they do go on to work at really great companies and promote their culture, international education, and also intercultural learning through all of the experiences that they have in the United States, which I think is honestly a really amazing thing. One of the great things that I think you can experience at Shoreline, which you might be able to experience other places, but I do think is an important part of the Shoreline experience, is the support and the friendliness and the welcome nature that everyone has. Our staff have picked up students from the airport, have taken them, if a student who maybe had a medical emergency, right? They needed to go to the hospital. They didn't know how to use the hospital system in the United States. Our staff have gone to the hospital with those students to make sure that they are okay, right? Our staff are checking in constantly with our international students. And I think that's what makes Shoreline great. The advantage of a community college when it comes to teaching and the classroom is that our professors only teach. So if you look at like a four-year university, like for example, the University of Washington, those are called research universities. So at a research university, some of the professors, their main job is not to teach. Maybe they don't actually care about teaching. They want to do research. But the university says, in order to do research, you need to teach. Our professors at Shoreline only focus on teaching. They are experienced professionals. A lot of them have master's degrees, PhDs. They're well trained in how to teach. Some of them even come from industry. Because they are student focused and only focused on teaching, they can support our students even more so. Because we have easy transportation to downtown Seattle, so there are always a lot of concerts. Some famous people who have played in concerts in Seattle recently include Taylor Swift, Jay-Z, Bruno Mars, right? There's a lot of like art events. There are farmers markets where local people sell their handmade products and fresh fruits and vegetables. There are a lot of cafes. Seattle is famous for Starbucks, but actually local people in Seattle do not drink Starbucks. We love local coffee culture. There are a lot of parks. There are a lot of hiking trails. There are a lot of sports areas where people can play tennis, where people can play football, badminton, so many different kinds of sports. Outside of the classroom at Shoreline campus, for example, we also have many student clubs. We have Japanese Student Association, Hong Kong Student Association, we have movie club, photography club, holiday parties, we have prom. So our easy access to Seattle and all of the events and culture in Seattle and the lively student life on our campus, I think give our students many opportunities to enjoy their time at Shoreline. I would say my favorite sport on campus is soccer, or as maybe you say, football. Our soccer team, we have a competitive soccer team for athletes who are really skilled. It can be a great way to build community and also to hopefully transfer to a good university and play sports there. But also some students who just want to meet friends and play some games and keep fit. Our intramural soccer team is also a great opportunity for them. So they're always gathering and having fun, and it's always a great time watching our soccer team play. I don't play soccer, but I'm definitely a soccer fan. I love watching soccer. Yes, okay. So the first way that they can save money is by coming to Shoreline, because our tuition, as you might know, is a lot more affordable than some universities, right? So for example, 1 year on average is about $11,000 at Shoreline. Compare that to the University of Washington, for example, which their tuition for 1 year is $56,000, right? So you come to Shoreline already, you're saving money because of our lower tuition. That's one. Number two is that we have an on-campus dormitory, and each dorm room has a full kitchen. And students who either like to cook or want to learn how to cook or just want to save money especially, have easy access to go to a grocery store, to buy food, to cook for themselves. Cooking in the dormitory is also a great way to save money. We also have, Seattle is famous for what are called thrift stores, which are like second-hand clothing stores. But we're famous because those second-hand clothing stores actually have good quality, preserved, taken care of clothes. So students who don't want to spend a lot of money on clothes and have to but still want to look nice can go to all of these different thrift stores and buy clothes for really good prices and still be fashionable. Taking the public transportation, right? So students who are 18 and younger in Seattle ride the public transportation, that is the bus and the train, for free. If they are 19 or older, they do have to pay money, but they get a 50% discount. So those are just some ways that come to mind. Again, number one, our low tuition. Number two, cooking in the dorm. Number three, thrift stores and saving money on good secondhand clothing. And number four, free or reduced priced public transportation. I'm really excited that you are thinking about studying abroad. I studied abroad when I was in college. I lived in China for 2 years. And to be honest, my study abroad in China is the reason why I'm talking to you right now. It changed my life. I gained so much appreciation of different cultures, of experiencing life in a different country. I know what that's like to learn a new language, to struggle in that new language, to feel frustrated, but then also the excitement that happens when you can meet a new person using your second language and actually have a conversation and make a friend. Studying abroad, I know right now seems like a far idea, right? That is hard to imagine, but it will change your life. It changed mine. We need people like you to go abroad, to learn about a new culture, to become what we call global leaders, and then hopefully in some ways, maybe some big ways, maybe some small ways, bring people together and change the world together. Take the opportunity. You won't regret it. And also, while you're in the United States, you'll have so many opportunities to grow as a person, to transfer to a good university, and also to become the adult that you're going to be and to find the career that you're going to work. So come to Shoreline. We welcome you, and we hope to see you soon.